Probably because my nip keeps coming out. Smaller.
Smaller? What?
Bigger.
What's up, YouTube? It's Brandon from 3H Survival, and I'm here with Zachary, also a part of 3H Survival. And today we're going to be just chilling, cooking, and talking about some BS. And right here, you've seen it on a couple of videos. This is a knife I got from Ridge Runner Blades on the SOE party. This is by far one of my favorite knives that I've used in my life. It works really well, it stays sharp. I've used it to cut wood, cut up food, and it stays really sharp. What's your plans for 3H content, Zach?
Yeah, very interested in the outdoors. Got a background in culinary, so I've always liked to cook outside. Culinary? The
Okay.
colon area.
Cool, so you have a pretty good understanding of the butthole.
I'd say.
Okay.
I'd say that you know.
Along with that, cooking?
Yeah, a little bit of cooking too.
Awesome.
They kind of go hand in hand.
They do for sure. It all.
Well, everything that you eat, you're renting it, so it's got to come out somewhere.
I've never heard it as renting.
You know what they say?
Thank
In
you,
through the
baby.
mouth, out through the butthole.
Do they say that?
Yeah, it's like breathing in through the mouth, out through the anus.
Okay, I have seen that dude. He's a very different individual. You know, I try my best not to talk smack on, online platforms, because there's just so much of that.
I didn't think you were gonna pick up on it, to be
But I
honest.
knew exactly what you were talking about. He was like,
Clench the anus.
yeah, I just can't get down with that, bro.
You don't want to find your purest form.
I don't. Yeah,
What was your puppy?
that's the dude that was like,
Oh,
you
not
don't
the
need
potato?
drugs.
No, you don't need drugs to get high and to supplement your dopamine. You just gotta breathe in through your nose.
Or just take medication that the doctor gives you to just get dopamine. That's
and out
not
through
good
your ass.
advice. I'm
It's
joking.
so much cheaper
Yeah,
to breathe in through your nose
Out through your ass.
and out through your ass. It's so much less valuable to your chemical imbalance that you might actually be dealing with to take some holistic advice from this guy who's breathing out of his butthole.
Yeah, so you think you'll ever shave your head to look like that guy?
I think I did that once.
It didn't work.
No. Mom was right. It was just a phase.
So, along with that line, what, not the colon stuff, we'll leave that for a surprise.
What were we even talking about?
But what is some ideas that you have content-wise? Just
No, I like to mountain bike. I love to cook. Love to cook outdoors over open fire.
hold on, watch this. Ready?
No.
Oh.
Okay.
Yeah, you like that?
All right, that's pretty cool.
As you were.
I don't want to talk about it anymore. I'm still kind of in amazement.
Well, thank you.
Gotta let my brain digest what just happened here.
Yeah, it was pretty epic.
Just love cooking, doing things outdoors, and it's a nice way to just kind of get some fresh air, reconnect.
Fresh air right now?
And kind of fresh. It's 90% aphids.
It is a lot of aphids. We're cooking aphids. That's what we're eating. We just mashed it up and put some dye in it to look like steak.
Yeah.
But it is 95% aphids.
It's good protein. I
Is it
guess,
though?
too.
Can you eat aphids?
I don't know. Hey Siri, what's the protein content of aphids?
So we probably have a couple of minutes for this to cook. What would you say your, where do you want to be? Do you want to be in Tennessee forever?
I think Tennessee's home. I can't say I want to be here forever.
I don't feel like I really realistically, like obviously home is where the heart is and stuff, but I've never been connected to a specific area.
Yeah.
Honestly, like
No. Let me turn this more to you.
I want to go to Texas. I don't know if I want to live there. I'd have to travel there and kind of really scope it out. I like Montana too. It just depends on if I want to be cold or hot, is what it kind of relies down to.
I lived in New York for about 6 years,
Yeah.
and I really enjoyed that because you do get all 4 seasons, but you do have a bit more of a northern climate when it comes to the extremity of those seasons.
Yeah. Yeah.
So we got really strong winters, but the falls and springs are some of the most beautiful time of the year. Summer's hot as shit,
Yeah.
just like anywhere else.
My dream is pretty much every prepper, I guess, his dream is to have a community of people, kind of like a, like a, not really a town, but, a community to where.
Compound.
Yeah, but
You don't want to
there's
say
a stigma.
because there's a stigma because people don't know
Yeah,
words.
true. Yeah.
And
Yeah, I want a compound. Yeah.
Commune is what would be the more religious
Yeah.
based organization, the gathering of people on one unifying idea.
Yeah.
Whereas a compound is just
Let's just call it a ranch.
a family. Yeah, families have ranches.
Yeah, let's
and
do a ranch.
compounds. Like it's just
Yeah. We'll call it a ranch. That way
usually where you family or people that you consider family that you can have like a universal
Realistically,
space to live and
that's
cultivate.
a good point is I don't really hang out with anyone I don't consider family. Like literally speaking, I don't have friends. I have a very small group of people that are my family, because I moved from Pennsylvania, pretty much came here with no one. I didn't know anyone, and I built up a good foundation, a good, group of people, and they are my family. Like, I talk to them all the time, and they all have little nicknames, to where there's Hellboy. You met Hellboy. Have you met Hellboy?
Met Hellboy, yeah.
He's a massive man.
That's a big boy.
Yeah.
Yeah, we worked on getting the tiller ready so
That's
that
right,
you
yeah.
could prep the garden area.
Yep. Yeah, and just it's crazy how life will bring you to the people that are just awesome, and you have to put yourself out there. I wanted to touch base on the Reliance Festival. That's it, because that's next month, I believe, and just being around Brandel and him hooking me up with, the owner of SOE, John, and Sky there. They're just great people. They're, super awesome. I know that some people might not like him because of the way that he is, but he's an awesome dude once you get to know him. He runs his business very differently.
Like a businessman?
Yeah, he runs like a businessman. He's very on point, man. Like he will literally sew 24/7. He made that Uncrustable pouch for me in like 15 minutes. The dude is a master of his craft. It's awesome to see.
Yeah.
But just
usually those kinds of people, though, not saying that I've met him or anything like that, but just when it comes to people that are creative or inclined to have a discipline in craft, that it can be a rougher on the edges type person that you wouldn't expect to talk to, but it's more kind of like on the basis of what you're talking about. It's just being selective about your group. I feel like those kinds of people attract one another.
And anytime I'm around him, he's giving me great advice, just like Scully too. Like just being around them, you learn so much. And the people that come to, the SOE parties and the Self-Reliance Festival, it's just people that know what they're talking about. Like you could learn so much. Just like I went to a Homestead medical course with Sky, and I learned so much there. I'm going to reach out to him. I'm going to get a kit from him, and I want to put on a class for the tattoo shop. I talked to you about that.
Yeah.
And just being able to, I've been through a couple medical classes, but just really refining and understanding the ins and outs of that stuff, because that's a game changer. But yeah, just awesome people. So I feel like the biggest problem with the prepping community is people think of preppers, and there are some preppers out there like this, where they just lock themselves in a hole and they accumulate all this stuff and then they die. And then it's their kids' problem to clean out all the 1,600 years of food and the cars and
The hoarding stigma that comes behind the prepping nature.
Which, it's a constant battle for me too. I'll keep on to things that realistically I'm always doing something, so I end up using them eventually. My wife doesn't necessarily like it.
But there's a line between that, though, too, because a lot of people are very one-time use when it comes to certain things.
Yeah.
Like they're not willing to take care of it, maintain, what it actually takes to store things for a long period of time before they actually hit their expiration use. Everyone's just so quick to be like, oh, well, I can order another one off Amazon if this one goes
For
bad.
sure. And man, I do love Amazon. I'm not hating on Amazon
So it's not
at all.
hoarding.
Yeah. It's just having stuff that I could use. But yeah, if anyone's out there like wanting to get into or like doesn't have anyone, just know that there's a ton of people out there that have your same mindset. Like we were talking about this the other day. Literally, if you are a dick, there is 16 billion other dicks on the face of the earth that you could be around and have friends.
And be connected.
Like,
you'll feel a sense of community.
Yeah, if you don't like being around people, there's someone out there for everyone. Like there's no reason to be alone and go through this life just lonely and stuff. Having a tight-knit group of people is so important. I'm so ready for this food.
I agree, though. With the food and needing to have a sense of community in this world, I mean, I know, and this is me speaking candidly here, but, you found your spirituality and form of religion and stuff, and that helps with community and such, but sometimes even that doesn't fulfill that nature of community for people because it's like, you're kind of like forced to conjoin with a bunch of people you might not actually resonate with.
Yeah.
Whereas like I think that like one of those things is like you realizing that and then finding your source of spirituality, but your community is still what you make of it. Like that is a very like this is your own thing that you have going on, but I'm still an individual that resonates with different types of people.
Yep.
We see very differently on those things, yet we still have this strong like brotherhood, this family sense of community between us that I don't feel inhibited by, and by being an individual and not agreeing with you on us. Like
and
it's
honestly, that's important. Like you don't want to be around people that always have the same views. You want people to push you. You want people to push you to be better. You want people to question your beliefs and give you a reason to elaborate and give facts to back up those things. So like, you could say the craziest things, but if you don't have substantial facts, and I'm not talking what AI wrote or what the news is telling you, like things to back that up is what's important. Like that starts conversation. That really gets to the nitty gritty.
That or the humility to contribute to a conversation without saying, I know something about something.
Yeah.
I think that's a very key thing, is just being open-minded enough to dive into anything with any person that you meet and not be so stuck on my viewpoint is the only thing that is actually mattering in this conversation. I'm not having a two-way conversation. This is my validation by pleading my case. And I think the right people don't really need to be validated by their own beliefs because we're constantly adapting and evolving to things that we know and learn. It's always changing. Everything.
Yeah,
we're always
sure.
growing.
I mean, there's things that I believed 10 years ago that I'm like, that was stupid of me to think, like, and that's the people you're around too. You'll pick up different things from different people. Just like, so I was with Lewis. He's starting a company called LCAR, and he's going to do training videos. So I had this belief on the Hellcat that it was just trash. And, I did a review specifically on the Hellcat, which I don't necessarily like. I put a ton of money into it. It was not the best decision financially. But, I got with him. He picked it up, shot it perfect. And I was like, what? And he was like, yeah, it's just a small pistol. Like, you're just not shooting it correctly, which I took as, I was being a bitch. So I was like, I need to shoot this more. I did, and I got sufficient with it. It's still not my favorite, but just that, being around someone else that was like, I'm going to show you, you could do it.
It's not about what the company has manufactured. It's the same thing with like art or biking or fucking anything. It's like there may be a quality of product and a standard. No one says that you have to pay the top dollar to be able to get into something. You can get into the entry level stuff, build in the sufficient skill set enough to be able to actually operate said equipment. But that's more, it's not about the equipment at that point, it's about the person.
Yeah, for sure. Just like the video I made of the high point, I pretty much made that to get on people's nerves, right? Everyone thought I was serious, that it was the best and whatever. It does work. High points work. If you want to get into firearms, you only have $200. Get a high point, get some ammo, go shoot. Is it the best firearm out there? No, but you could learn a lot. People are on there saying, oh, you're gonna learn a bunch of bad techniques. It's a pistol. And now I'm talking to myself because he went to take a pee.
Yeah.
I really hope that it wasn't a weak stream.
It was hitting brick. There were cracks in the brick.
No.
It was going through it. It's not the
No.
same as if you're hitting a flat surface and
I
the
don't know.
stream hits a flat surface.
Did you have to stop and keep going? Because that's a
did.
telltale sign.
I didn't do that. No, I didn't have to stop.
Okay.
It was a steady stream.
Okay. That's all that matters.
I had some
Are you
distance though. You know, you gotta
Can
think
we roll
like,
back the footage?
there's no footage of this. It was a mic. You can listen to it and
That's
you
what I'm
can
talking about.
judge my stream based on the audio, considering that it is a paved brick pathway.
Brandle's here in spirit videoing this. He's not actually here, so I'm talking to him like,
I wish he was.
Can we roll it back? Brandle, by far the best videographer on the face of the earth. I don't care what anyone says. I will take that to the grave. He's a great man. Just a damn stud.
Oh
might
my
I say.
God, teetotal.
Yeah, he's just a great dude. But wish he was here.
He's
We're,
engaged, ladies. Back
yeah.
off. Oh, he's married now. Shit.
He
The
is.
man's is married.
Yeah, I actually went around, they were congratulating him, and I was like, oh, thank you, I'm so happy I married him at the SOE party. Speaking of which, have you seen all the crazy stuff that's coming out about the things that are changing throughout life? They call it the Mandela effect. Dude, it's wild. There was a new one the other day.
Mandela effect.
Yeah, Mandela effect. There was a new one the other day that I was like, what is going on? It's the craziest shit. Like, I remember specifically Pikachu having a black tip on the end of his tail.
Brown.
Brown.
Is it? Did they say it was brown?
Well, there's no black, there's no tip.
There's no tip.
There's no tip, bro.
Shut the fuck
I'm telling
up.
you, hold on. There's no tip on the end of his tail, and I know there was. I drew
Maybe they
it.
changed it, like
No.
at the first like.
I even
original
went back
151.
and look. That doesn't look right.
I think that they probably intentionally go back on things and like edit them
But this is
to
specific. Like,
fuck with
listen, I had a
us being confused.
I had a
to
VHS.
add- those small things that add to the confusion.
I know, but I had the VHS tape of Mewtwo and Mew battle. I don't remember what it was called. I went back and watched it. He doesn't have it.
Probably Pokemon 2000.
Yeah. Like, doesn't have it. How?
That's pretty fucked up because I always drew it with a brown tip.
Me too.
And you think if you're drawing something, you're looking at it.
Exactly.
You
we
know
were
it.
kids. Like, we would look at things to draw.
Yep.
But it's scary, man. There's a lot of things that I don't, let's not get down that rabbit hole.
We need more sticks.
We need more sticks.
Yeah, I need more heat. I need.
Bring it down.
No, I need high rolling heat.
Oh, okay. That makes sense. So yeah, the Mandela effect is super scary. I don't like it at all. Yeah, that's a conversation that we could probably go on for 4 hours alone.
We better not.
Yeah.
The conversation we can have is that, stepped away to record a little bit of painting of an AR.
Yeah. Which,
Led to me walking away with the steaks.
yeah, so for the, camping cooking guy, steak's looking rough, my guy.
Yeah, no, it's not a good look. I had just set some fresh tinder to get the flame rolling, and then we walked away and it got a little too hot.
We just got to do stuff. We're out making dreams happen, right?
Always.
And as long as it eats good, we're not here for looks, right?
It's gonna eat fantastic.
Yeah, that's all that matters,
Let's just raise it up,
Well, I guess we're gonna pay more attention to the cooking process of everything.
Yeah, no, we
So.
should not try to multitask because it's kind of not our thing.
Yeah.
At the end of the day, we're tattoo artists and brains are a bit creatively.
Yep. Well, that should
Scattered.
be done. So we'll get everything off, send you a little clip of the food being done. How was your steak? Can you see the steaks in the video?
I've not had my steak. It's right there.
This is the outro. We're supposed to
You
pretend
think
like we already
everything
ate
on
it.
YouTube is supposed to be fake?
Yes.
Sometimes it needs to be authentic. Steak hasn't been eaten. I don't know how my steak fucking was. It's probably shit because I burnt it.
Yeah.